Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, the seekers, the sojourners of truth, the 144 chosen of the chosen few. You know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from nowhere other than the fifth dimension, next level. I'm gonna start calling it next level, fifth dimension, in the place to be. I see you, you see me. Let's get in with this frequency. Let's tie in on this light grid. As usual, I bring you the news to infuse, if you so choose to infuse with the light. And the light grid is gridding. Okay, the light is lighting, the grid is gridding, the activation is activating. Like, it's a lot going on. So remember, you could choose not to infuse. It's your choice, your voice, your choice. But remember, if you don't infuse, you refuse, and be prepared to be fried on the grid. All right, so I'm bringing you this galactic news as usual. And this is about the 144 and what's happening, not just the 144. I'm speaking to the 144, speaking about the 5D. Like, what is the complexities of this 5D split, right? And what's happening within the 5D split, like just the complexities of it, right? For some who may not know, right? I've been speaking about it. I'm always saying, hello, I'm in 5D. Like, do you see me? Because I see you. If you met me here, welcome to 5D. If you found this channel, if it crosses you, then you are most definitely dipping your toes in 5D. If not, you've already been sitting here chilling in the energies and the frequencies, raising the vibrations, right? And the 144 is at a point right now where they are definitely adding to the next level of the fifth dimension, right? And the frequencies are accelerating us as well. So this 5D, the complexities that I want us to look at is, for first of all, 5D didn't just happen, right? We have to understand that these things already were existing, right? The light grid was already here, right? Fifth dimension, it was already waiting for us to step into, right? We are tapping into the fifth dimension. The world, the earth in itself, is a body and a soul in and of itself. It's its own, body. And it is shifting into the fifth dimension. The world is leveling up. We're talking about Earth. We're talking about Gaia. We're talking about Jeb. Whatever name you choose to use, it is now entered into the fifth dimension, right? We have already been speeding up, or let's say maybe moving at a slower pace, but we've already been accelerating. When I say speeding up into the fifth dimension, it's just no one was noticing it, right? And this has been talked about before by people who were in tune, but very, very few. As of 2020, it becomes so pronounced, like it's like here, we are in 5D. The veils were really thinning out, and especially since we entered into the Aquarian age. That's the thing to know. I'm giving you the components of it, because it's not just 5D. It's the age of the Aquarian. It's entering into the Bronze age, right? So we're looking at different ages and stages of the earth, and these ages and stages are also attuning to, helping us attune to the fifth dimension. It is contributing to our existence and our involvement in the evolution into the fifth dimension, right? And it's not a location, it is consciousness, as we are all consciousness. This earth is a consciousness. We are part of this consciousness. It is expanding our consciousness into 5D. So it's not leaving 3D and jumping into another dimension. It is expanding. When we cross our dimensional timelines, even in our own soul concept, our holistic soul, we are expanding from one dimensional aspect of ourself into the next. It is a dimensional expansion. So what is happening is another dimensional expansion at a collective level. We're all having it individually, but also collectively, the earth, right? Overall, the earth is in the fifth dimension, whether three-dimensional ones are aware of it or not. And it is most of us, those of us who are evolving, we are expanding from the 3D concepts. We're expanding our third dimensional aspect into the fourth and fifth dimension, which is matching the frequency and the vibrations of the earth at 5D. Therefore, you qualify for existing within the realms of the new earth, right? And those who are not evolving, expanding in their consciousness, they basically disqualify themselves, right? They forfeit in this lifetime, and they disqualify themselves. They become one of the dead cells on the earth that is a part of the dying earth. The dying earth are the ones who houses the dead cells, and they will all extinguish themselves, right? It's just happening. The parasitic energy will distinguish itself as it uses those empty vessels, let's say. So this fifth dimensional aspect is really understanding it is not somewhere we're going to jump over. Oh, new earth, let's jump over here. It's a timeline shift. You'll be living in a different timeline right where you are. You're shifting the dimensional timelines, and that is creating the shift ultimately, collectively, right? What's also helping is the entering into the age of the Aquarian, the age of the knowing, and this happens every 2,000 years, right? So we just left the Piscean age, which 2,000 years ago was the age of the ram, coming out of the age of the ram, right? This is why you hear them when they talk about Yeshua. Oh, it was 2,000 years ago. He entered the Piscean age. He ushered in the Piscean age. Hence why everything is a fish, fish, fish. He'll teach them to be fishers of men. Fish, fish, fish. They're talking about the Piscean age, right? So before that was the age of the ram. That's why if you look as well in the Bible, everything was about shepherd, following the shepherd. That is the age of the ram. The leader would be the shepherd. There was an age for that, right? And now we're in the age of the knowing, right? Beyond the age of the believing. And this age is also helping to shift us in to the fifth dimension. The age of the Aquarian is also ushering us. When he said there will be a comforter, when Yeshua said there will be a comforter, here it is. It's the water bearer. It is the Aquarian age as the comforter, restoring that feminine energy as well that we need, the divine feminine energy to comfort that missing part that has been missing all this time, right? All of this stuff is being restored. And then again, on another level, there is the Bronze Age. Now this has to do with the yugas. The yugas are every 24,000 years to do a full cycle, right? 12,000 to descend, 12,000 to ascend. We are now on the ascent, on the ascending end, coming out of the Iron Age, the Kali Yuga. If you hear some people talking about that, coming out of that at the bottom, coming out of that, we're going upward now, and we're entering into the Bronze Age, and this is the age of energy. The Iron Age is the material. The Bronze Age is the age of energy. The Silver Age is the age of thought. And then the Golden Age is the age of spirit. So this is when we're at our highest, as civilization was at its highest at that point, right? So this is a cycle that goes, and every time we complete a cycle, we cycle up, we ascend, we spiral up again, ready to take the next cycle. So there's that whole 24,000 year process of taking part in the evolution, and all that has a part to play in where we are now and today, right? And so it just happens that at this point in time, we are, as we're coming on the ascent, we have entered into the fifth dimension. And so this is the next level of the earth. And so all of this has a part to play with what is happening right now, right? And I'm sharing it so one can understand the components and the complexities and the things that contribute, these ages and stages that contribute to the fifth dimension. So there's all of this that is playing a part, and right now the celestial bodies are playing a part in where they are and what they're doing, meaning where Neptune is. All of this is pushing us right now, guiding us into where it is that we should be. It's helping us with the frequencies and the energies. It's helping us shift and move, even though sometimes it feels uncomfortable. But this is the excitement. This is what's happening right now. So you're hearing a lot of the timeline splitting. I gave the call out, and yes, we started our meeting. So, the ones who joined. Those of us who found their station, please find your station. If you haven't, find your lighthouse, find your colony, because this is the next level of 5D. Right? And these are all the complexities that play a part. Yes, we're in the Aquarian age. We entered that pretty much as of December of 2020, like officially. So we're in the beginning of that. We're in the beginning of the age of the Aquarian. We're in the beginning. We're in the beginning of the fifth dimension, and we're also in the beginning of the Bronze Age energy. And this is why everything is being restored or returned to energy. People are remembering that we are energy on a whole nother level from where we were 24,000 years ago. we were at the Bronze Age 24,000 years ago on the ascent, and we still weren't as evolved as where we are now. So this is another level of leveling up, Bronze Age energy. And now, as a part of the remembering, we're really remembering how energy moves, how we're so into the quantum physics of it all, right? Everyone is quantum leaping, quantum moving, everything is quantumly happening. Time, we're suspending time to expand. Everything is happening in this pace, in this space, and at this pace, within this space and time, space, reality, right? So the complexities, it's not really that complex, but it's just to let you know there's a compound there. It's not linear. None of this is linear. It's very, I want to say convoluted, but it's circular. It's simultaneously happening, and it's just understanding the different aspects of it, the different components, the dimensional aspects. So we see how to attribute what to what. How do we know what's happening with what? Yes, because of the energy age that we're entering, that is also helping us to it's almost like, I want to say the age of the Aquarian is really like helping us, right? Let's say at a lower level, helping us to even enter into the energy age, to remember how we are part of the technology of time, space, reality. It's helping us to do that with the knowing, the age of the knowing. We're all computers, right? We are the true computers, right? This is why we gotta upgrade our processors from 3D processors to 4D to 5D, so you can be compatible with the fifth density light that is coming through right now. The modem is now, if I'm saying this correctly, is now at 5D. We gotta be compatible with the modem. The computer needs to be compatible, right? So we need our processors to not be functioning at a third dimensional level, because it can't process the fifth density, right? So the age of the knowing is helping us come online with that, and helping us understand where we are in the energy frequency of it all. So in the energies, right? So there goes energy again, back into the Bronze Age. So that age of the knowing is helping us to understand how we exist in energy, through energy, as energy in time. And that is also, as we move through like the energy bodies that we are more tapped into the fifth dimensional frequencies. Now we're speaking more fifth dimensional language. We're realizing how we exist in a 5D aspect, right? With our true heart vibrations, and that now we're really seeing how, as a man thinketh, so is he. We're quickening the pace of manifestations by expanding the space, in our bodies, in our mind-body complex. So it's all hand in hand, helping to expand us deeper into the fifth dimension. And now we're at next level, right? We're out of infant stage. We're closing that out. And that's the grit that we're feeling right now, because we got to get rid of these densities, right? We got to get rid of we're excreting, as I said before, and letting go. It's breaking up all this dark matter. And so a lot of us are feeling it, especially this week. with the intensities of what's happening. If you just pay attention to the celestial bodies and things like that, you'll know why we're feeling these intensities, right? And from what I'm seeing, Black Moon Lilith has a lot to do with that. Being in Scorpio, in the depths, showing the depths of the shadows, and then being in opposition with the sun on the 23rd. So we're feeling those energies before. That's why this week was, a lot of people was really feeling it this week. It's like, what is it that I'm feeling? Some shadows coming up, but it's all happening to help us get rid of what we need to get rid of. Release what we need to release, detach from what we need to detach from, so that we can really expand into these frequencies, so that we can be seated on the throne of wisdom and into this next timeline within the fifth dimension, right? It's time to elevate, evolve. Elevate and evolve. This is what it's about, right? So I wanted to share that with you real quick. And then we'll get into some more. I maybe share some more downloads, possibly maybe do a live tomorrow. But remember, take time with yourself, be true to yourself, allow the vibrations to move through you. Remember, the 3 things that you can always do is to fast in any way possible to stabilize these frequencies, remove yourself from any low vibrational person, places, or things, and raise your frequency to the 10th degree, whatever that is for you, right? So do what enlightens you, right? That's how you raise your frequency. Get in the garden, do some stargazing, do some cloud gazing, play, work with your crystals, whatever it is that you do, exercise that raises that vibration, that can help stabilize you with the frequencies. And please listen to your body. If the body is saying, I don't want this right now, then just let it, because the body is intuitively doing what it needs to. Like I said, we're suspending some things. I'll speak more about that in another video. But with that said, happy 5D splitting time. We're having the times of our lives. So each one, reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big, beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light.